Well, the first movie I'm going to talk about, we both saw, is The Boy and the Heron. It's based on a young boy named Mahito. He's yearning for the loss of his mother. This happens like post World War II in Japan, and it is semi autobiographical of I guess something that happened in Hayao Miyazaki's life. This is a studio film, Ghibli film. It's a lot that happens in this movie. He kind of gets transported into like this realm where he's able to meet his mother when she's younger. I think her great uncle is involved in it because he disappeared at one point. I guess before she actually knew him. He disappeared and he's actually living in this other dimension. Overall, I just thought the film I thought it was good visually, but I did see the dubbed version, so I don't know if I'm missing out on anything because of translation. In the dubbed version, we had Christian Bale, doing voices. We had Christian Bale, we had Dave Bautista, we had Gemma Chan, we had Willem Dafoe, we had Karen Fukuhara, we had Mark Hamill, we had Robert Pattinson, we had Florence Pugh. Don't see any more like big stars, but it was a lot of voice actors that worked on this, in the American version. Like I said, I really want to see the actual Japanese version to see if I was missing out on anything. Because at parts of it, it seemed like it just moved a little fast, and I kind of wonder if anything got skipped out in this film because a lot of little events in this happened a little bit quicker than I thought. Something wasn't like synced up right when I was watching it. That's kind of how I felt when I was watching it. But overall, visually, it's stunning, just like all the rest of Miyazaki's work. Yeah, that's all I would have to say about it.
Yeah, that's what I got from it too. Like visually, it was kind of blowing me away at times, but then I was a lot confused with the narrative. I mean, it is a story that's dealing with, this kid is dealing with grief and loss and, adapting to new situations and things. But then it's like the transition into that other world is just kind of like weird. Like it just happens. And I think it rolls into it like in a way that doesn't, I feel like even with something like Spirited Away, it kind of eases you into that a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a better transition. You kind of, and for some reason, you kind of knew what was going on a little bit better in Spirited Away. And I really don't know. And I guess the first time I actually saw that, it was I actually saw that with subtitles and everything. I watched that in the original Japanese. But like even our main character's awareness is just a little weird. He's just immediately comfortable with this thing and seeing these these almost supernatural and magical elements, and I'm like, are we just missing something, or am I just supposed to assume some things? Like, and there are also some interesting scenery and transitions, but then again, some of them things just don't feel like they are adding to the narrative so much as just giving us more eye candy. It gets it feels a bit disjointed at times, and I'm just wondering like dang, maybe it's something that'll translate in more viewings, but I don't know if I'm gonna revisit this one because he's in such a hurry. And maybe you're right with that translation, but I don't know. I have seen some people, they're gushing over it, but the ones that are having some criticism, it is with the narrative and the flow of the story, itself. It seems like on the scale, the visual triumph and the imagination there is having such a big impact that they are overlooking this narrative. Yeah. It's like I didn't have anything to myself to attach to. Like, this kid was even kind of not even
that interesting to me. It's like, all right, I get it. You're going through some stuff, kid, but I'm not attached, like, not really to many of the characters, man. I did like the little circular, I forgot what they call those little guys, but you know, they're supposed to be the souls. That was interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. This was a little different for me, man. But I will say this: I am appreciative of actually seeing Miyazaki in the theater, and this is probably my second time seeing one of his films in the theater.
Oh, really?
Even though they do run the Ghibli Fest, and I keep faking, but most of them I've consumed on home video. I did see Princess Mononoke when that came out, but that was like, shit, almost 20 years ago, bro. I
saw Spirited Away. I saw Ponyo. I saw Howl's Moving Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Out of Spirited Away, I think I've seen just about everything he made. You know, he's made since Spirited Away. And Princess Mononoke, I know for certain I rented that back in the day, you know, at a video store. Mm-hmm. But I love that, and I went and bought a copy of it, you know, the next day.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, it's the #1 film in the United States. It's looking like it's up to 97.2 million worldwide so far, so it is a hit. And it's interesting. I think this is the biggest, might be the biggest Japanese film opening in the States right now. It might have a record for that animated film.
Okay.
So yeah, I think, I don't know, don't quote me, but I think something along
I was going to ask you how much money Godzilla Minus One's made so far, because that's actually,
and that's interesting too, because we've got 2 Japanese films back to back that have been leading the U.S. box office, so that's interesting. I mean, granted, there is not really much competition out there, but that's still an impressive feat, you know.
Yeah.